With TikTok being such a massive platform, of course there's like thousands of different genres that you can kind of go into and like make videos about those topics. Like for example, you have people who go on TikTok and literally just film themselves getting dressed and then post it, and they're called Get Ready With Me TikTokers. But since about 2020, we have seen a rise in political TikTokers. Now you may be asking yourself, what is a political TikToker? Well, it is basically someone who I guess just like stalks either Fox News or CNN, and every time they hear a headline, they just record a video of themselves talking about that headline. Breaking news, and this one is not looking good for the Democrats, okay? So Donald Trump was just reportedly seen taking a shit at Mar-a-Lago. It was reported that he took a shit in a $40,000 toilet from Japan. I know, it's crazy, and I don't know how the liberals are going to respond to this one, but yeah, Trump 2024. And for the most part, these political TikTokers are pretty cringe. Like, it's literally just like, if you're a Democrat, you're basically just telling everybody that if you vote for Donald Trump, you're a bigot. And then it's Republicans telling Democrats that if they vote for Joe Biden, they're stupid. That's literally basically what it is. But there is a final boss of political TikTokers. This guy named Harry Sisson. Harry Sister. Now, I think Harry is probably one of the biggest TikTok political influencer with 933,000 followers. So Harry is a Democratic political TikToker, and I mean, he has a pretty big influence considering he met Joe Biden.
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, there's our boy.
I hear things about you too.
That's because you say them.
Well, you know what? I was just thinking about this earlier. You make the
What was
job
he thinking
very
about?
easy because you do a lot of good stuff, and the other guy like really sucks. So, you make it. You make it pretty easy.
Oh, that's just heartwarming, dude. That conversation, have you ever like been at like a golf course or something, and some old dude is talking to you about golf, and you like throw in a little joke, and he's just like that's exactly what Joe Biden reminds me of. Anyway, also, not to mention that handshake, that was a meaty handshake. But not only has he met Joe Biden, he also has this TikTok
President
right
Obama
here.
is getting ready to help
Watch
get
this,
out
this is
the
insane.
votes.
Harry,
Oh my God, it's Barack.
So I'm about to go out to campaign because the stakes couldn't be higher in this election. We've got climate change on the ballot. We've got gun safety on the ballot. And if we elect more members of Congress who are pro-choice, we can actually reinstitute Roe versus Wade as the law of the land. But it's only going to happen if all of you do your part and get out there and vote.
Yeah.
Harry?
Well,
And then
thank you, Mr. President. I couldn't have said it better myself. Make sure to visit iwillvote.com today. The link is on my bio, and make a plan to...
Sorry, I'm sick. I got the lib flu. It's a new strand of COVID, actually. It's called the lib COVID. You know, I woke up the other day and I really felt like going and boycotting a restaurant, and I was like, shit, they got me. Oh, look, here's the behind the scenes of filming with President Obama.
Thank you. Loosen up.
Okay, yes, you got to shake the nerves out.
Oh my God, my hand is shaking. God, it's gonna be my hand is shaking.
Come on, Harry. You got it, buddy.
Folks, it looks like President Obama is getting ready to help get out the votes.
Harry, why don't you...
Oh, hell yeah. What a great TikTok. Anyway, so this guy is the final boss of TikToker political TikTokers. And as you can see, he literally just posts news about how bad Donald Trump is and how good Joe Biden is. And I find it hilarious because, like, when you read the comments of his TikToks, people are so mad at this kid. But dude, I find it hilarious. I think political TikTokers have to be the funniest people of all time. Harry is 21 years old, and this dude has dedicated his whole entire life to making Joe Biden videos. He's literally a Biden-fluencer. Oh, I mean, well, who am I to say, because I'm a year younger than him, hating on him. Actually, I'm not hating. I think he should keep making videos. I think they're funny. I love them.
People have to understand that the choice in 2024 is between dictatorship and democracy. Donald Trump already tried to illegally overturn the election in 2020. You know, the kind of stuff we see in authoritarian nations.
True,
he said he wants retribution. He wants to jail his political opponents, jail journalists. He recently called for military tribunals that are televised for Liz Cheney because she stood up to him. And yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled that a president has absolute immunity. So Trump could do all of that stuff and get away with it without being criminally charged. So who do we trust? Donald Trump, who said he wants to be a dictator on day one, or President Biden, who's invested in infrastructure, invested in fighting climate change, and wants to lower healthcare costs. That's the choice.
That is the choice. Honestly, at this point, I think Harry should run for president. Oh wait, there's an age limit, right? Don't you have to be 36 or something? Oh yeah, you have to be 35 to be the president. So Harry has a few more years before we can vote for him. But shit, Harry for president, baby. Harry's sister for president. All right, so he's had some controversy recently because he tweeted out this. He said, according to the Supreme Court, Biden could now send in SEAL Team 6 and take them all out. He could send in military to take out Trump. He has immunity for official acts now. So obviously he was talking about like the Supreme Court decision or whatever, but I mean, I personally would never tweet anything out like they should send SEAL Team 6 to take them all out. That's pretty sure that's illegal. I don't think you can say that. And then basically like someone in Trump's campaign like quoted his tweet and said, expect a visit or something like that.
So Donald Trump's campaign manager just threatened me on social media. I'm not joking.
Him.
In response to the immunity decision from the Supreme Court this morning, I said on Twitter, according to the Supreme Court, Biden can now send in SEAL Team 6 to take them all out. He could send in the military to take out Trump. He has immunity for official acts now. And I guess the Trump campaign didn't like that very much because Trump's campaign manager, Chris LaCivita, responded to me by saying, expect a visit. Now, what do you think that means? Is the Trump campaign threatening me with a visit? Are they saying they're going to send their guys to my house to try to keep me quiet so I won't advocate against their candidate? Is that what he's implying here?
Bro.
You know, I'm just using my First Amendment rights to tell them how awful their candidate is. But of course, the Trump campaign doesn't believe in all that. Trump said he wants to be a dictator on day one. This really is the perfect summary of the Trump campaign. Their candidate is so terrible that they have to resort to tactics like this. But here's my message to Chris LaCivita and the entire Trump campaign. No. I won't be quiet. The tens of millions of Americans who don't support Donald Trump won't be quiet either, because we see Donald Trump for what he is: a con man, a fraud, and a convicted felon.
I find it funny. He went on like a minute rant about how they're trying to keep him quiet. What the campaign manager meant by that was that probably expect a visit from like the FBI or someone, because it is so illegal to tweet something like that. I mean, even like we understand what he was doing with this tweet, but still saying that they could take him out, like take out Trump, like you can't do that. and then for him just to be like, hey, they're trying to keep me quiet, okay? They're gonna come to my house and try to shut me up, but I'm using my First Amendment right. That's funny. That's funny. And then another reoccurring thing that these political TikTokers like to do is, doesn't matter what side they're on, but they love taking things out of context. Like they oh my God, they tune into like a Trump debate or a Trump speech or a Biden speech, and they just wait for him to say one thing. Doesn't matter what he said before that or after that. They'll clip it and they'll be like, holy shit, look what he just said. Now, I have a really funny one from Harry's sister, but Harry didn't take out the context, which makes it even funnier. So I know this probably doesn't make sense, but listen. So you guys know the Hawk Tua girl, that girl? Oh, that was disgusting. Okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, she was basically on a podcast, and the podcast host was basically like, which of these celebrities would you hawk Tua? So basically saying, which one of these celebrities would you give absolute fire dome ski to? And they asked her, they're like, would you hawk Tua Donald Trump? And she goes, no, hell no, or whatever. So watch this.
Everybody, I have some amazing news. You know the Hawk Tua girl, the video that's been spreading online? Yeah, she just came out against Donald Trump. It's amazing to have her on our side.
Against Donald Trump. She's
I have a game that I want to play with you guys.
What is that? Makes me nervous.
It's not that scary, I promise. It's called Hawk Tua or Nah.
Dude, he leaves in the context.
Hawk Tua on that thing or no.
Okay.
He leaves in the context.
Are you into like older guys?
For sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, my phone's not loading. All right, you ready? Come on. Oh, just a hook?
I'll give him a hawk. I'll give him a hawk.
Okay, beautiful. There you go, Dave. You
I
got
don't know who that was. It's probably me.
Trump.
No, absolutely not.
No.
It's a no from me.
Okay, it's no.
Yeah, her friend said absolutely not. She said no. That's a win in my book. She's on President Biden's side. Now, her name is actually Haley Welsh. And I think we've all seen that video that's gone incredibly viral. However, I'm glad that in a very public way, this extremely known girl is using her voice to speak out against Donald Trump in a very unique way. That's a win in my book. I think it's a win for the Democratic Party. Everybody.
Dude, I love it. I love it. I love it. Like, this can't be serious, right? Harry, when you're trying to take something out of context, you can't leave in the context, brother. So if you guys didn't understand anything that just happened, basically the Hawk Tuah girl said she wouldn't give Fire Domsky to Donald Trump. So Harry is like, she's speaking out about Donald Trump. She's on President Biden's side because she said she wouldn't give Fire Domsky Topsky to Donald Trump. Now, Harry, I'm about to give you a little lesson, okay? So tune in. Breaking news. The Hawk Tuah girl said she doesn't stand with President Trump. Watch the clip.
Donald Trump.
No, absolutely not.
No.
It's a no from me.
Okay, it's no.
It's so good to have her on President Biden's side. See, because now I took out the context. So now it actually looks like she was like, nah, no, definitely not. You know? Because I took out the context. But Harry, you left in the context, bro. I found that funny. It's funny how he says that's a big win in my book. Bro, you have a girl who got famous for saying Hawk Tuah, spit on that thing. Like, she is going to influence the masses. And by the way, I'm not trying to be that guy, okay? I'm not trying to be that guy. But I'm pretty sure she is a Republican, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, she's from Tennessee, which I'm pretty sure is like the most conservative place on earth, but I could be wrong. I don't know. She's on President Biden's side is crazy. Oh, and then another thing that's funny, we all watched the debate, okay? And if you didn't watch the debate, Joe Biden sucked, okay? He was absolutely terrible, but Harry, being a Biden influencer, went on Piers Morgan's show and basically said that Biden won. I don't know.
So I went on the Piers Morgan show, and Piers asked me if I think that President Biden is the right man for the job and if he'll beat Donald Trump. And by the end of the clip, he ended up agreeing with me. Take a look.
And do you believe, Harry, finally, do you believe in your heart that Joe Biden is the right person to lead the Democrats into the election in November? And do you believe he can win?
Let's see.
He can win. He's going to win. And as Vice President Harris said, we don't let a 90-minute performance negate 3.5 years of progress.
A 90-minute? Bro, he has looked even worse before this debate.
Thank you all. God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done. But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed. You could say even this harder than getting a ticket to the Renaissance tour or Britney's tour. She's down in, it's kind of warm in Brazil right now. And by the way, with other movies and movies she's earned a Golden Globe and a Primetime Emmy. That's me.
What are you talking about, Harry's sister? I could probably make like a 3-hour video of Biden just out of it.
The only man who has beaten Donald Trump, and he's going to do it again. And I'm looking forward to convicted felon Donald Trump facing justice.
Why are you the only person I've heard in the last 24 hours who's not crying because the performance was so horrendous?
He's a Biden influencer. He has to.
On the Democrat side.
I don't know. You have to talk to the people that you're surrounded by.
I'm talking about Thomas Friedman and Frank Bruni and all the Democrats.
That's great.
All the Democrats supporting writers for the New York Times and so on. Literally all of them. Van Jones, CNN, they're all crying because it was so bad it brought tears to their eyes. You appear to have watched a completely different debate. You're happy. You thought it was great. He's going to win a triumphant victory. No, he's not, Harry. Wake up.
Yeah, I don't have the mentality of like, oh, something didn't go our way, now we have to pout and cry.
It never goes your way.
Well, if something didn't go our way and that's the way it's perceived, let's get to work. Get out there and get a clipboard and go get some signatures and go door to door. Don't sit here and sit in our own sadness. Let's get to work, as opposed to writing in the New York Times that it didn't go the way we wanted it to.
Actually, I agree with you. Actually, that is the right response, and I admire that attitude. So thank you for joining me, Harry. Thank you.
Yeah, not only do I think that President Biden is the right man for the job and the right candidate, but he's going to beat Donald Trump because his policy is supported by the American people, and Donald Trump's a convicted felon. And look, as I said there, if you're a Democrat, you're nervous and you're worried and you're anxious about whether President Biden will beat Donald Trump, turn that angst into action.
Trump,
Get out there,
nah.
join the campaign, go knock some doors, convince your neighbors to vote for President Biden. Donald Trump's not going to decide the election. Joe Biden's not going to decide the election. It's going to be we the people, us, we will decide the election. So get out there, let's get to work and re-elect President Biden to protect our democracy and protect the United States.
I like how he started off. He ends up agreeing with me. Yeah, but not that Joe Biden did a good job. You did make a good point. Yeah, why are we all sitting here and crying about it when you could actually go and do something? Exactly. And I think that goes for President Biden too and his administration. Like, why are they sitting there like, oh, he had a horrible performance? Who cares? Just move on. Who cares?
So the presidential debate between Biden and Trump just concluded, and we learned nothing new. This debate wasn't anything. It doesn't really matter what the candidates are saying on the stage. It matters what they would do as president. Joe Biden would try to restore women's reproductive freedoms, lowering healthcare costs, forgiving student debt, fighting climate change, helping out veterans, investing in infrastructure, creating jobs, all of those things. That's what Biden talked about tonight, and that's what Biden's done as president and what he plans to do when he wins again. Donald Trump, on the other hand, well, he wants to give a big tax break to the wealthy. He wants to further restrict women's reproductive rights. He wants to deny more elections and make sure to pardon himself for his criminal charges and, of course, pardon the January 6th insurrectionists. He wants to get rid of all the policy that lowers health care and get rid of all the policy that fights climate change. That's what Donald Trump has promised to do, and that's what he would do if he wins. So what's the conclusion from the debate? What's the takeaway? The conclusion is you may not love Joe Biden, you may not like him, you may not enjoy voting for him, but he's a lot better than Donald Trump. His policy is a lot more pragmatic. Donald Trump is a bad man who wants to do bad things.
That's
the conclusion.
He's a bad man. I try not to give my opinions too much because I don't want to be that guy, because I don't really care, to be honest. Like I said, there's so many people that are like, they're like pissed at this dude Harry and just hate him. I find it funny as shit because I like watching it and just, you know. But if you say, hey, I'm saying there's also probably so many Republicans who do the exact same thing as him. So hey, once I find you, I will make a video about you. I will. Fucking Republicans, fucking conservatives. But Harry is just, he's like the final boss, okay? He's just like the guy, okay? Loves to take people out of context, loves to huck to President Biden. It's a good time. It's a fun time. It's fun. But what I was gonna say is that the one thing that's scary, and I think a lot of people realize this after the debate, is that, yeah, Joe Biden's running for president, but when you're voting for Joe Biden, you don't really know who you're voting for, because that debate, I mean, it showed everybody that Joe Biden is not the guy in charge. Like, there's no way that this guy is the guy who's running our country, you know? So who in the Biden administration is actually running our country? Because we know it's not Joe Biden, and that's the scary part. That's why I think a lot of people are shifting towards Trump, because it's like, okay, you might not agree with everything that he says and does, but it's like, at least you know who's coming into office. I don't know. That's just my take. I'm not a political TikToker, okay? So I wouldn't know this stuff. I haven't listened to all of the speeches, okay?
So Donald Trump appeared to pass out or glitch in the middle of his Newsmax interview tonight.
What? Donald Trump glitched? What the hell, boy? I'm being serious. I have the new strand of COVID. The I don't know.
Live on air. This is not good. Take a look at the clip.
Some recommendations that maybe Joe Biden has to have.
Dude, I can't believe he glitched.
Before this debate, you've made some great remarks, and let me just remind our viewers kind of what you've said and, you know, what your take is on it. Oh, sir, I think you said that Joe might need a shot to stay up for the debate.
What's going on?
I hear that he's practicing standing for 90 minutes is his debate prep. A little different, I think, than what you're used to at some of the rallies you've participated in recently.
Well, if I have to practice standing, we have ourselves a big problem now. I had heard that too. He's practicing how to stand or something. Standing.
Yeah, what happened there? The host had been asking Donald Trump questions, and he had been answering prior to this. And then in this one, Donald Trump just goes silent. He just doesn't answer the question at all. And the host knew it was bad as well. He had to like run cover for Donald, saying, "Oh, well, Donald, you know, you said this," to try to get him talking again. It seems like he was jolted back awake. So let me just get this straight. Donald Trump is freezing or passing out in the middle of interviews. He's falling asleep in court almost every single day. He's getting lost in the middle of his speeches, and Republicans want to tell us that he's fit to serve and that Joe Biden isn't. Yeah, give me a break.
That's the definition of a reach right there. Bro, that is literally a phone call. I could see in person, if they're asking Donald Trump, like at the debate, if they asked him something, he just stood there. Like Joe did? Okay, then yeah. This fool's glitching. He is glitching. When you just want to leave to go to the bar, but he's on the phone figuring out the next steps in the Trump trial. Damn, I kind of feel bad for his girlfriend. Imagine just wanting to go out and have a good time and your 21-year-old boyfriend won't go to the bar because he's just waiting for those Trump trial updates. Oh, I can't wait to hear if that orange motherfucker's going to jail or not.
So I shot a gun
this is my
for the
favorite
first
video of all
time
time
today, and I've always been told by Republicans that after the first time, I'll be in favor of guns and I'll want more guns. But for me, it was the exact opposite. I realized how powerful these guns are, and at a moment's notice, they can be used to take someone's life. And the fact that in many states in this country, you can walk into one of these stores and 10 minutes later walk out with an AR-15 is absurd. This experience made me want more gun control, not less.
Dude, I was eating a steak the other day, and I was just using a steak knife, just cutting through this steak, and I'm like, wow, if I really wanted to, I could probably like chop off my own arm with this steak knife. And it's pretty crazy how you can just go on like Amazon and order a steak knife. It's like those things are dangerous. Like you could really put in some damage with a steak knife. Steak knives don't kill people. I do.
She's not gonna fuck you, bro.
Aww. Poor guy. Poor guy.
His name is Harry Sisson. What does he do? He just said, Biden.
Why is he dressed like
that? Dude, they really recording this fool, bro.
He's getting paid. He should dress better now.
Leave my boy alone. Damn, leave my boy alone.
Yo, what are you doing? What is this guy doing, guys?
Yo, who is this old guy recording him?
Of course it is. He's the president. That died under Trump is because. Yo, are you crying right now? All right, so tell me how is that doing a good job?
Are you crying right now? Oh God.
Like that was more blatant. Oh, dude. What happened, little bro? Yo, let's fucking go. No, wait. Are you his boy? Is this your boy? That's your boy? Oh, yeah?
Bro, what is going on?
What happened? She's not gonna fuck you, bro.
Oh God, I can't. Oh, political TikTokers, hey, gotta love them. Harry, if for some reason you're watching this, man, keep doing you, dude. This shit's funny as hell. No, because this just shows like, dude, why do we as a society care so much of what other people say? Like, I wouldn't say I'm very liberal at all, but I just don't care enough to where like things like if I see this shit on TikTok, like some random fool just saying something, I kind of just sit there and laugh, because like honestly, all that matters is what you believe in and who you're gonna vote for and your own opinions. Like why do you care what other people say, or why do you care about their opinions, or just shit like that? Like, just do you. That's why I find it so funny. And like I said, hey, just because he is a liberal political TikToker, I know there are some people who are conservative TikTokers that do the exact same thing. So this is no hate just because he's a liberal. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I don't know. I think it's funny. Hopefully Harry doesn't take any of this video out of context, because then I would be pissed. I would get mad, Harry. I literally gave you a tutorial on how to take things out of context. So please don't use that against me, okay? Use it against Donald Trump, okay? Use my tutorial against Donald Trump. All right, anyway guys, I know I probably sounded hella weird this whole video. I am sick. I'm telling you, I got that liberal flu, bro. I got it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Oh, also, a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. What's the deal with that, huh? Subscribe to your boy.